Hello, am I live? Can you hear me? Everything all good? Welcome to my stream. Hi, Bruno. Come on, up. Bruno's here too. He wants to say hi. I'm excited about this project today. We are continuing, but I have stuff to add to this. Now I have roads up. This is my favorite part of this whole project is the sprinkles. You know, this is a giant cupcake, all the little decorative details. It's the fun part. The cake is baked. Hi, sir. So I got a fun box full of all sorts of goodies. Let's get going on that. Let me just double check that everything is good. And sorry, the wonderful songs of the oldies music. Sorry, they say, sorry I missed your stream. I have to go. No worries. I'm still figuring all of this stuff out. So I have, anyways, I'm live now. But welcome. I'm glad you can make it. What's wrong, Bruno? Excuse me, sir. How can I help you? All right, here, go play. Where's your ball? Go get your ball. Go get your ball. And I'll throw it. Go get it, and I'll throw it. All right, I'll have to throw that in a second. But things we have in the cool box that get to go on this dress. We have a Cape Cod house. It is going to have to get painted, but this is to scale. It's not put together, but I'm going to roughly put it together so that I can have a piece and see how I'm going to start mounting these things to this cape. So there's still a lot of work, but we're going to figure things out. We're going to get them up on the space. I have more trees. These ones are the bigger trees and some tinier trees. Yeah, no, these aren't the California trees. They're just plastic trees. I should go closer to the camera as I'm pulling these things out. Let me set this up a little bit differently. Yeah, oops. Don't worry, I'm only live messing with my stuff. But we have, ta-da, little sheep. Let me turn this so I can see what is going on. Oh, shoot. All right, that should be a little bit better. Let me see. Sheep. A little bit of a glare there. I also got people. These ones are all sorts of different sizes, but I got more people that are scaled. And I don't have to paint these ones. The rule is if you see a cow, you have to point at it and go cow. Cow. This one also has little people in it, a milkmaid and a farmer. And then, just in case we don't have enough, there's more little people. They fell out of the bag. This is a mommy baby. A mother holding a child. To you guys, it just looks like a little pink blob. But that's cool. I also got power lines. This little detail I am super excited about. Now that I have this kind of up and the pins in it and it's kind of roughed out where everything's going to go, I can start figuring out where I want to put little details such as the power lines. Okay, this is a little bit of a shiny background to see the power line sticking out, but I think I want them to come down over the shoulder and probably lead to wherever I'm going to put the house. I have the intersection here. So to balance out the chaos here, I think I want to put the house in that negative space. We'll see. But, hi Bruno. Okay, I think this is a question for my sister. She is an electrical engineer for the state of California, so she actually might know the real answer to this question. Also, my brother might too. He is a lineman. There are different types of telephone poles. One has a lot of these connectors, and one has very few. Are these the ones that switch off into? I feel like there's a way to set these up and not just randomly picking them out of order. But I like these kind of details. Fun problems. Oh, hi Bruno. You being good? Good. So these have little plates. I don't want to pop them into them yet because in case they're not stable. I want to stick on the underside, stab these through, and use it as a support plate. So, yay. Those away. Michael Snell, hello, welcome. Welcome to my stream. We're having fun today. I got tons of tiny things. I also have a teeny tiny doghouse here. Let me show you up close. Little tiny doghouse with a little tiny dog. A left side and a right side, or yeah, it's a left side and a right side. Not two different dogs. He looks like chocolate. Like a chocolate lab. Yes! There's a little police car. A little tiny police car. The unboxing video. And it's unboxed. No, we'll go. I love the little person that they have next to it. It's a lady with all her luggage and her dog. That's cool. Hey, it's the Dukes of Hazzard car. Can we just appreciate this for a second? It's not the General Lee, but it's the right scale. It's vintage. Little pink car. I love that orange. It is in the right world. It is the right shade. Okay, so this is the biggest car. Let's see how that fits on our road. Visually, I can go with that scale. Now, two cars on the same road. Oops. I have a little guy here too, but he's not important. They didn't crash, so I think this is going to work. Okay. Bruno has stolen my seat. Michael Snell says, I like your outfit today. Well, thank you. I like a good fit with fringe on it. It makes me happy. And I do this all day. Get the fringe. It's all covered. But, thank you. All right. Anything else in here? Some more power lines. Fun problems. All right, I want to get this house not glued together. I just want to get the big pieces so I know what size and shape it's going to end up being because I want to paint it before I glue it. But although it would be ideal to paint it in this scenario while it's still attached, because it's a nice flat surface that's held down and the parts aren't going to blow away, so logically it makes complete sense to paint it while it's like this, but I'm just going to get it up and figure it out, and then I'll paint it afterwards, because life doesn't have to be easy. And don't worry, I'm live. Whoops. Stay. Okay. Now the question is, got my walls, I got my roofs, and I got instructions. Okay. I can choose different walls, so I don't have to use all the walls. I can choose between front walls number 2 with 3 windows, or number 6 that only has 2 windows. That's awesome. I see that. Okay, so here's the 2 window option and the 3 window option. Honestly, the windows isn't my, like, I like that I have those options, but it's also kind of nice that if I screw this up, I have a backup. Or they can have a front door and a back door. But should I use hot glue to just pop it together so I can pop it off? Because I just use a little bit of rubbing alcohol or hand sanitizer and it'll come right off this plastic, so I can temporarily hold it well while I figure out all of these things. Or do I just kind of pop it together? I like the front. I'm not going to pull out the details like the front door and the windows. I'm going to keep those attached so they're easier to paint. But I have to dig out my plier or my nippers. Don't worry, I'm only live. Hi, Bruno. Excuse me, sir. I keep finding my nice scissors and then my nice scissors and my nice scissors, and I'm like, oh, I'm not using any of those. I got this. I put these kits together for when I did the DIY Jedi robe workshop, and so I still have scissors that can get abused. I know, not the right tool, but I'm live and I just need to get this off. And then I do have my little grinder if I need to clean up. But these seem to be popping off really easily. Okay. Roof. Ooh, that is a great idea. Thank you, Not Top. Not Top says, would there be any value in tracing those pieces in case you wanted to make more buildings? And that is completely a great idea because cardstock's amazing. I have buckram, so I could do it like as a fabric based. Oh geez, now I'm getting, okay, let me just get this one popped together. It's not going to be permanently held. But yes, I think I totally should trace these. Ah! Oh yeah, I got scissors so I can use them and not break my model kit. Michael Snell says, I missed the stream last week. I was off schedule because of Labor Day. Are the roads just felt? Well, they're not felt, but they are, words are escaping my head. Flannel. So flannel, like a flannel shirt. So they have a nap to them. Nap meaning the fibers have been brushed so that they're like little fur facing down. They're not super fuzzy, but they have a nap to them, so they have a nice sheen. They're not super shiny. They're very matte. They're, I think, 100% cotton, fairly lightweight. I just did straight stitches and straight strips, and I have them kind of roughed into place, and so now I can start to figure out where I want my roads really to be. I can put my house plotted, and I can start like really just pinning everything around as things come into the space, and the scale starts to realize like this is when it's not when the magic happens. I feel like the magic happens in the steps that you don't notice. That's the magical steps, like all the busy work of physically going down and stitching and ironing, the pressing. Those are all the magical steps. But this is when it starts to like actually look like something fun, and always a little bit worse before better. Actually, this one too. I know I'm completely using the wrong tool, but these are checkout scissors for crafting. Okay. Let's see. Foundation. This is not it. This is it. I feel like I'm building a gingerbread house. How many people hot glue their gingerbread houses together? Because that's my favorite way to build them. There's a little ramp in the middle of the foundation. It's a little wedge, like a cheese mat. So it's like, oh, is this handicapped accessible of a house? But no, it has a platform. Parts 21. Okay, I have no idea what this piece is. I'm going to leave it on its little, geez, the word for these spurs. They're not spurs. It's plastic pieces, but leave them on for a second. It's a little windy in here. All right. Front of the house, back of the house. Is there a reason this one's a little bit bigger? Are these supposed to fit inside or on the outside of it? Because I feel like they're just a little bit too... I really like how lightweight this house is. It is... I have the other one that I was using semi for a reference image right here. I'll show you. I'm right here, just off camera. I have this little barn. It has a little bit of weight to it. but it's not bad. All right, this is really lightweight. I think it goes on the outside because it seems to fit much better that way, but you know, it has instructions. Oh, no, maybe. That piece was definitely upside down. This piece. Okay, that makes sense. There. This rectangle piece, this side has a lip all the way around the edge, but this one has like a different lip around the edge. This is the top, this is the bottom, and it fits right on the outside on the lip of this foundation piece. Before I glue this, like permanently attach it, I think what I'll do is I will drill little holes in each of these corners, and since it's hollow in the center, I can sew it on like a button. Okay, I'm just trying to figure out how I'm going. Oh, right. Michael Snell, how are you attaching all these? That's what I'm thinking about as I'm pulling things out. I think this one, if I drill little Dremel holes in each of the corners, once I pick out where it goes, I can stitch it down from my little quote-unquote buttonholes. And I really think this is going to hold just fine. I want to try an experiment. But first, let me have a sip of coffee. Welcome to my stream. I'm glad you guys could be here. I'm Felicia Cowley. Today we are working on this cone dress, and we are doing all the accessories for it, the details, the fun things, the tiny houses, the tiny people. I'm going to be obsessing over this all week, so I will be going live spontaneously throughout the week. It is Tuesday, so this is my regularly scheduled day, time, whatever. It's a loose concept on when I'm going to go live, but I need to go grab my glue gun because I want to start just pinning things up and figuring out where things go. And as you can see, this is plastic. You can't pin through plastic, and I'm not going to hot glue anything to this dress. Please believe it's going to get hand stitched, but I will hot glue the fabric to the foundation of the plastic and then sew the fabric that I've glued to the. It's a process. It's going to be fun. I hope you guys are excited for the ride because I am. We are going on a journey with this one. All right, hot glue gun. Hot glue gun. This is not my battery. I wonder whose it is. Thank you, and I'll bring this back. Anyways, click. All right. Let's let the hot glue get hot and put it over to the side. It's just going to be a little tool. And then I have scrap fabric. I'm using the Crazy Barn piece. Hi, Bruno. Let me move the microphone away from your face so people can see how cute you are. Because you are cute. You really are. You moved your head. Okay. This barn has a little snowy exterior. I think I'm going to glue it straight down to this piece, and then this piece being an extra scrap of wool. It's not felt either. It's a woven fabric, but it has been felted. But it is definitely a woven fabric. Anyways, I want to take it, glue it, and then cover the edges with the green. And then I'll be able to pin it with the fabric and also sew through that. I just have to make sure that I don't get hot glue on my edges where I want to pin through. Give myself some fabric to stab. Michael Snell, I like how your tools are cordless. I always get cordless tools. Okay, so Odin got a promotional glue gun from Ryobi for my other live stream that I do with Odin on his channel, Odin Makes. And I saw that glue gun, and I have been looking for a nice glue gun for a few years, okay? At the costume shop that I worked at, we had a cordless glue gun, but it did have a cord because it plugged into the wall the way my iron has a cord, but still, I had the freedom of going anywhere with my glue gun, and I loved it. So I was looking for a good glue gun just to function crafting wise, and honestly, spending a lot of money didn't make sense on a glue gun because like the dollar store cheap corded ones, the tiny ones work better anyways, you know, and it was cheaper and easier to get the skinny glues than the big glue sticks. But that I tried, and I got a really nice Gorilla Glue gun. I hated that thing. It melted everything before it got to the it's not a spinneret, but before it got to the spout. Like, it would get hot in the chamber, and that thing was a hot mess, and I regretted investing any money that I invested into that glue gun. It absolutely made me upset. But then Odin pulls out this, and I'm like, I've been sold ever since, and now I have the big glue gun, the little glue gun, the Dremel is a brand name, sorry, rotary tool, and I got a whole bunch of other little gizmos, and I absolutely love the system. I have the battery goes with my drill, goes with my glue gun, goes with my leaf blower, you know, and I'm not caught up in cords. Granted, corded tools have direct power and don't run out of battery, but for most of my crafting needs, I like the flexibility of not being tied to a wall. Okay, glue gun is getting hot. I am going to... Oh no, my microphone just popped off the stand, off the table. I will fix this because otherwise you guys won't appreciate it. All right, take it away, Bruno. It's your show. Oops. Let's try that. Is that a little better? Hopefully. DJ Stumpy, afternoon. Welcome, DJ Stumpy. Top of the morning to ya. Are we at the top of the morning? It feels like I am. Okay. This is a good little piece. This fabric's really expensive, so I'm still being conservative with even my scraps. They will get used. Okay, don't hate the trough, but for my purposes, this little barrel never existed. We didn't see that. We'll put it somewhere else. Okay, yeah, I think that works. And I will make sure I have enough to cover the edges. Okay. This seems to be hot. Let's give it a go. I need glue sticks. There we go. I know, I started pulling out the other thing, but now I'm worried about... I'm jumping off on tangents, but it's okay. It's part of the creative process. Let me see how this part works before I start messing with that part. Like I said, it's going to be a journey. You guys on for the wild ride? Hot glued to a green piece. Oh, I didn't get any hot glue in that corner. You know, turning on my iron because I could always just smoosh it. I think I should glue it and then cut it. Again, this is not a piece that's supposed to necessarily end up on this cape, but I want to test out my technique of adding the felt to the edges. This is like the biggest piece that would ever be on this. So, okay, let's do this. This trough doesn't need to be there either. Now you smoosh it and you smoosh it and you smoosh it. I feel like there might be neater ways to go about this, but I think it looks cute and I think it'll look nice. DJ Stumpy, what are your thoughts on the new Superman costume? I haven't peeked at it. I really liked the one that has a lot of texture on it. Let me peek at it. Google search. New Superman costume. Oh. First looks. View spoiler. Okay, I can see what they're doing. They're adding some style lines, some padding, so it's like armor-esque. Superman doesn't need it, but I can appreciate how badass it looks. I have opinions. The S is a little funny. It's not the classic Superman S, but I like that they changed it up. That belt is going to be easy to replicate using the superhero belt. We have it at the costume shop already. Shoulder lines, cape. No capes. No, Superman has a cape. The briefs look like... The legs don't match the top. I'm just looking at a tiny image of this. But my opinions on it is that don't hate it. There are weird little details that feel off, but soon that will be what it is, and we'll all have to just be used to it. If that makes sense. So, Superman is always a classic for superhero parties. Do lots of Superman, Supergirl, and Wonder Woman costumes at the costume shop. Always a favorite. Smoosh it and smoosh it. You could push all the fullness and gathers up towards the top, and then it'll be flat where you need it. so I can trim all of this edge down. Although if I do it with a fringe, it'll look like weeds all grown up the edge, which could be fun texture to add to this thing. But again, this is just me playing to see if this technique will work to actually attach everything. Okay. And the last little bit. And just smoosh it, and you smoosh it, and you smoosh it. Okay. Get these big pieces off, and then I'll go through and like cut it nicely with a knife. This really does remind me of pie crust. Okay, so I have a felted base, no longer a snowy base, and a fresh box of pins. I think we're going to be just fine. That's one pin holding that up. And it's not even fully attached to the structure layer underneath it. Granted, it's really nice that there's a bone right there for it to rest on. What am I talking about? There's a bone right there to rest on. This crinoline, it's on top that gives it that fun cone shape, is supporting this from underneath. But giving it a felt base, and now I can sew it. Okay, I know how I'm going to attach things. I feel much better. I know what I'm going to do. This piece, I still probably would drill the Dremel holes because it's a really clean edge. And knot top, I keep thinking I need to trace this, so you know what? I'm going to take, it's right here. I have all the pieces. I'm going to trace it right now. I wasn't planning on tracing this, so where is some good cardstock that I can use? I think I have some right here. I have a folder with cardstock in it, and I thought it was in that pile of books that I just knocked over, and it's not. Let me check over here. Ah, here it is. Okay. Click, 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 click. A little chaotic in a good way. Cardstock left over from blank croquis. What's a croquis? It's a fancy word for a paper doll that you use as a base to draw your fashion on, or your designs, or whatever. Hi Bruno, I hear your little tippy taps. I'm like, I just had a pen. I found it. Okay. Michael Snell, what's on your mind for your next big project after this one? Okay, I have way too many on my mind because this project's going well, so I've already started planning other projects in my head. Halloween is coming up. I know we are in September, but the end of October is going to be here before we know it. And Halloween, I am going to need to dress up, but I have so many outfits. I don't know what I'm going to do or what I want to be yet, but I do need to think about what is going to be for Halloween. Tracing these rectangles, I'm trying to use the flat edge as much as I can, because it's nice and straight and straighter than my tracing and then cutting line. But yes, so Halloween's coming up, so I'm gonna have to play with that. Also, this Thursday is CrockerCon, so the local art museum near me is having a con that I am going to, and I have to figure out what I'm going to wear for that. Fun problems, right? That's been traced. This has been traced. Oh, just not enough. And so I need an outfit for that, although I was thinking of just pulling out my Ty Lee costume because it sounds like a fun one to wear that one too. But I don't know what I'm going to wear. There's an exhibit that's all pink, and if I have access to it, it would be fun to be. Although pink might blend in. Anyways, fun problems. And then also, project that's been floating in my head is Renaissance fairs. There is a Renaissance fair coming up at the end of the month that I may want to go to. And let me show you, because whatever, we're live. Can we appreciate this right here? What is this? This is white fabric. No, it's not just white fabric. It's linen. Hear that? It sounds different. It's like a deeper sound than cotton, and it's more thumpy than wool, you know? It drapes. It's a fancy tablecloth with like this really nice damask weave in it. So there's like a floral print woven into the linen. Anyways, it was stained, and so I thought I would use it for a project, but then I got the stains out. So I haven't fully made up my mind, but I was thinking that this would be a really good... Look at this banquet tablecloth. I could make a whole nother Princess Leia costume out of it. That's it folded in half. And quarters. Like, there's definitely something, enough to make something out of this. And it just drapes so nicely. And Renaissance fairs, natural fiber is king because it's hot, and there's reasons why we wear natural fibers. Just saying. All right, anyways, so those are some of the projects that are on my mind. I want to do some Ren Fair outfits. I want to do Halloween. I have at least one last con for the season. That's this Thursday. And yeah, but I'm also open to other projects, but that's what's on my mind right now. Also, as Ren Fair, I may not end up making it from scratch. I might just do like a whole episode of here, let's go shop Ren Fairs in your own closet, because that is my favorite thing to do. Okay, so this is base. This was roof. If these pieces are the exact same size rectangle, Do I really need 2? Or should I just write cut 2? This one had the markings of okay, what am I doing? I'm smooshing this to mark where the window gables go. And then I just pressed it in and then marked where the pieces. So there is a difference. There's a 2 gable roof and a single gable roof. So I will mark that. Smoosh it and smoosh it and smoosh it. Michael Snell, what con? Crocker Con. The Crocker Art Museum is a local art museum near me. Currently on display at the Crocker Art Museum is a display that I have, Odin and I both have helped work on. And so it's really like awesome and cool that I absolutely love the Crocker Art Museum and that I get to participate in one of the exhibits they currently have. And now Odin's going to have a booth at the con, and so I'm gonna go drag along and have some fun. But that's this Thursday, so if you're in Sacramento, check out Crocker Art Museum. It's free for members. All right, let's see. I know I can't do every edge, but I definitely like using the straight edges that I have. Okay, this side. Oh, don't want to forget the windows. This one has the door. Okay. I'm making progress. It gets quiet when I'm getting work done. I was going to cut these out, but I don't need to cut them out. I just have them in case I need them so I can use them. This is, let me label it though. Tiny house for cone dress. Okay, I am now labeled. I have all my pieces traced out. I'm not going to cut them out because right now they're a single sheet of paper. This can go into the project bin and not be lost for now. Okay. Side quest of doing all that. Now I get to tack this together. I'm going to, like I said, I have my hot glue gun here. I'm just going to, smoosh it and smoosh it and then pop it all apart when I need to paint it. Yeah, model glue is definitely appreciated here. This door. I think I'm going to do the joints. I don't, however, want the hot glue to melt my plastic. That would suck. Don't hot glue your little kits together. That's not the right way to do it, but I'm just tacking it together and I will pull it all off. Mariah Woods is here. Good morning. Hi, Mariah. How are you doing today? DJ Stumpy here saying, I'm thinking of doing Adam Ant for a future Comic Con, although I'm not sure many will get it, nor do I. If people do music artists at Comic Cons. Oh, honestly, it doesn't matter if people don't know who you are. Your costume looks cool, they're gonna ask. And if they don't know who it is, they're gonna learn and they're gonna find out, because obviously they're attracted to that. Like, what is this character? What is this all about? Oh, I need to check that out. So it's always a great thing, like to get niche when it comes to comic cons. I'm kind of realizing I'm not like an expert. I've only just recently started going to these things, which I've been having a blast doing. But I like to dress in theme because as a costume designer, I take it as a personal challenge. Like, what is this theme? How can I have fun? Like, Disney bounding is in my blood. Not, when people dress up like the characters and stuff. Like, I've been doing that since I was 8. Probably longer. But yes, you surely should do something obscure. The more obscure, the better. Obscure, niche, it's fun. Yes. I heard don't hot glue your little kids together. LOL, good advice. Good advice. Yeah, no, don't glue your little kids together, and you don't hot glue your little kits together. It is not the proper way. Like, it will pop right apart, and that's why I'm hot gluing it, because it will pop right apart and come right off with hand sanitizer or rubbing alcohol, depending on what I have at the moment and is cheaper or closer to my... I'm using such a small amount of hot glue that it is just drying before I get it attached. I didn't even attach it to the base, like I said. I just want a concept of how big this thing is and where it's going to live in my little world. Okay, so for the front of the house, not that this is going to matter because I'm going to change it. Do we do a single gable in the front, or do we do the double gables? Double gables. Gable. But with the front door that has 2 windows, having the 2 gables on the top just feels way too symmetrical, and it bothers me. So when I put this together for real, I think I'm going to do the 3 windows and the 2 gables, so I'll have 5, 6. I like those numbers. But having the single gable out front, it's kind of like a little bit of a unicorn house. And again, a little too symmetrical. I think the single gable can go in the back. Thank you, DJ Stumpy. That word is no. I was reading his comment and I'm like, what is that? There's a 9 and a W? Okay, that makes way more sense. No. Yeah. I'm one of those people who don't know a lot of these comics and characters and stuff like that, but the more I've been going to these things, the more I have been learning. Like, I've started watching One Piece. Oh my gosh, that's like a commitment and a half, but honestly, I've gotten stuck and lost, and I haven't caught it back up since I got back from vacation. So it's going to be a minute before I have the emotional ability to just take the time to watch that. But now I'm recognizing all these characters. Like, oh yeah, I totally helped a Zoro with his swords. And that makes sense why he kept putting it in his mouth. And people were laughing that he was always lost. Like, all these little kind of inside jokes, things people do when they're coming up to the cosplay repair. They'll come up, I need a marker so I can make a sign because I'm lost. And my character's one of those lost characters, Zoro. Now I know who he is. I've been watching the thing. It makes sense and it makes me laugh. And I can appreciate the fun culture of a con where people will let you get really niche and they don't. They either get it or they don't get it, or they'll get it next time. So, fun problems. All right. Definitely when I build it, I'm going to put it on the base first because it gets wonky not being on the base. But I also do have bulk in all my seams because hot glue is not... Hot glue takes up space and it spreads the joints more, and these are very precisely fitted together. But as long as I'm not melting the plastic, this hot glue will just pop right off with, like I said, with alcohol. Oh, don't be dry. Okay. This is a very... One wind in this whole thing will blow away into Oz. All right. Ah! It already is. Shh. You know what? I'm just going to leave it for the moment. Okay. I have a house. Ooh, I kind of like having two houses. I thought I was only going to do one house on the front. Fun problems. Let me just real quick take a picture of this. Boop. So let me tuck that in because that's going to bother me when I look back at that picture. When I am messing with scale and other projects, sometimes it really helps to look at it through a camera lens. I know that's weird and silly, but I can stare at something and then I take a picture of it and look at it and go, oh, there's the flaw, there's the flaw, there's the, you know what I mean? That I don't necessarily see until it's concrete. I don't know. It helps with the creative process and getting out of my own head. And plus I have to send pictures over to Gonzo so that he can see what's happening and get more of an idea of people, places, and things and where they're going to go in this world. Mariah Wood says, I'm doing good. Thanks for asking. The project looks good. One Piece is a great show, but it's so long. LOL. It is so long. I'm like in the 6, almost 700s, and I'm just like... I'm a little lost because I switched from sub to dubbed and then back to... Anyways. It is so long, but I appreciate the characters. They're very nice and enjoyable characters. My computer decided to pop up all the pop-ups. Dumpy says, I suppose it's a choice of go with something currently popular or it's just do your own thing. Exactly. Although certain cons and different cons have different themes, like SAC Anime is specifically anime, so it's more leaning towards animated characters, but Disney characters are animated characters. And then also, you know what, this voice actor from Bluey's here, and I want to dress like that, or you know what I mean? So... Sorry, I heard a cat scream and I was worried about Jack. Anyways, that is a weird noise. I don't know if you guys could hear it, but oh well. Michael Snell says, the advantage of doing something more niche is that people are more excited to see you. There's 1,000 Deadpools, so it's less of an impact. Very true. Very true. Also, it's like what makes you happy, what character do you relate with, and kind of what kind of experience do you want at the con. With like a Spider-Man or a Deadpool, your face is completely masked, and so therefore you are not yourself, you are the character. When people look at you, they don't see you, they see the character, and which is a really fun mask to wear, and a fun way to experience the con, like experiencing it as the Ghost or as Mechagodzilla, as the Thing. You know what I mean? Like... It's a fun experience. But then there's also, you know what? These characters have real people clothes and street clothes, so I can wear my clothes, but then I'm still dressed up. And that's a different experience because then you're both yourself and the character simultaneously, and depending on people who know the character versus knowing you. You know what I mean? Like all fun problems, right? It's fun playing dress up. It's fun going to dress up parties. Working in a costume shop, people come in all the time with all the fun different parties and stuff that they're going to. And when you're picking out the outfit, you're getting ready for the party. You are going to have a good time. And so I feel like that's with cons. Like, you don't have to dress up, but where else would people appreciate, this weird gauntlets in real life? And where would you wear them out? Like, I would. I still do, But I also realize I wear a lot of weird things other people don't. So I can't. Comics, cons, and conventions and stuff like that is the place to wear the things. Okay. I am off on a tangent. I'm really liking that I know where I'm going with this house. I was worried that I was going to have to screw it in, tack it in, and figure all of this stuff out. I wonder. If I was to only have one house on this whole entire cape, I probably would put it Let me feel the bones. There's bones here. But I think I would put it Oops, I missed the thing entirely. Is that too low? No, I feel like maybe right here. I love that I have such a good foundation that this is just easy to pin on, and I can move it around and figure these things out. Hamsters are twirling in my head. Like, I'm thinking of different ways I could permanently versus temporarily attach things. How permanently do I want to be able to attach things so that it stores well, travels, and is easy to pop back together? And how many things do I just attach and we leave it be and we call it a day? And if I have to store it, I just flip it inside out. So at least, I don't know. All questions that are going on through my head. How permanent versus how is this going to get moved? I have a person who is going to wear it. I have a size, I have a body, I have a name, and also it's going to be more focused on the front for this thing, so the back isn't as important, but I still want to have that texture, so if you move around, all of these are like playing in my head, and they're fun problems, and I'm all about it, thinking about the model with her nice long neck, how this is going to come trailing on this side. Do I want a car coming up and over? There's a lot of emphasis on the shoulders, but I want it to be balanced without being symmetrical. So, hamsters are spinning and thinking. Fun problems. Okay. Knock Tops, you've become a SimCity seamstress. I love it! This is exactly what I'm doing. I'm playing SimCity on a dress. Although, when I was a little kid, me and my friend Brienne, we talked, and she's like, I'm going to be a video game designer, and you can design the fashion for my video games, and you'll be a Sims fashion designer. And so that was one of those. I forgot about that. Still could happen. No. DJ Stumpy, I've just got a little bored with Red Dwarf and thinking of expanding a bit. Yeah, no, you got one. It works. It's great. It's fun to pull out. But now, what else could I do? I did that. Yeah, no, it's fun. Expand, have fun, and you know what? If the costume's not quite ready, wear it at the next one, or wear it as is and get better as you go. So it's a costume. Working at a costume shop, James would always be like, it's a costume. Like, it's supposed to be fun. Chill out, people. Chill out. But at the same time, cosplay, you get into the details. The more nitty-gritty and people notice, oh my gosh, how did you do that? But the thing is people don't notice, like, oh, it sucks. At least they don't say it. But they'll be like, ooh, you were able to pull this off. Because, anyways, fun problems. Michael Snell, if the house had an opening, that'd be a great place to keep your phone. Oh, I love it. It does not. If I was to add a pocket in here, I would do it right on the inside of the flap attached to the lining. So I'm going to cut these and sew them so they're like right on the edges, but the lines I'm going to have separate ones going on the underskirt, so that as this like moves and opens and closes, you're still seeing road, like uninterrupted. Oh, and I'm loving how it's coming together, because I was considering putting blue here, but it was a little too much, and this is more true to what the drawing was, and I like it. Michael Snell, why not use snaps for everything? Easy to pack and assemble, and you can move objects around if you wanted to. Right? Have you guys seen the snap-on system? I've seen it on Instagram, and I follow that guy now. Anyways, yes, it very much reminds me of this, but then you're going to have a silver snap that's visible, or you could sew it on the inside, because you can make the snaps fabric covered, and then they kind of blend in. But you still have the same placement, so it's not a flexibility of placement of the larger objects, but you could probably move the small people around, but they're so tiny that they're people. Let's start figuring out the people. I think I'm going to go with this box. What kind of plastic are these? Because that's going to affect how I'm going to attach these people. Because I'm not just going to sew them on flat like this. They need to... Oh no, where did he go? Oh no, he's right here. Okay. I want them standing on the world this way. So they're popping off and you can see their shadow. No? Yes. And they disappear completely when I do that, looking at the camera. They'll be harder to see, but they'll be way more impactful. So how am I going to get these little pieces to go like that? You know what? So you know how I did this barn right here? I'm going to do something similar. If I cut out little circles of felt, does it have to be a circle? Not necessarily. Squares completely work too, although round edges are less likely to catch the light and straight edges for people to notice. Okay. Hot glue gun. Let me just dip his little feet in there and there. No strings. Pop it onto this piece. And now he has a little... Let me go up to camera so you guys can see. I glued his little feet to a little patch of grass, and so now he can be attached using it's starting to come together. I love it. You guys, it's such a tiny dot, and I love it because once you start having all of these dots, it sprinkles, and they're people. Okay. All right, that's what I do. I'll do. I'm going to do circles. Rectangles, I have flat edges. Circles, it's a round edge for a full base, and I can shape. Okay. That was a good size dot. I guess I can kind of start assembly lining doing that, because I have hundreds of people. Good problems. Look at all these little people. Imagine all the people. Okay. Mariah, you are not a person, like your little character, we're not going to be using, and I'm sorry, but we'll make you a new one. Those people are too big. These people are tinier, so we have tinier people. But I will make sure that we make one just for you. And Ionolith, make one for you too. And anybody else who would like a little person. All right, some of these people are seated. All standing people. Okay. So, if you join my Discord, I'll make a person for you. So, then that way I can go down the list and make sure that everybody has one. One population so far, LOL. Yep. This little guy, the little prince, he's the little prince right now on his little world. This totally reminds me of that book. Maybe I need more than one pin to hold it up. There's only one pin holding that up. One pin and 2 pins. Okay, with a needle and thread it won't go anywhere, but let's see if I can press my luck. Hey, it holds the weight of my phone. It's dipping now. It's too heavy to not affect my cone shape. If I wanted it to not dip like that, I'd have to put more structure and support. But because this house is so lightweight without that, it's not indenting. So things are coming together and working. So far, it's all been theory in my head. I could probably do it this way. This should work. Does it really? I don't know. We'll find out. I'm finding out. It's working. This little guy has his own little world for now. You're welcome, Mariah. Michael Schnell, earthquake! Hope the house had insurance, LOL. Oh, this is going to take forever if I do it this way. Cutting them out each individually, that's a lot of people. See, if I do them rectangles, I can do it super fast because then I have a rectangle and then I put a person on it. But rectangles have harsh edges, but they go significantly faster. I'll do my rectangles ever so slightly larger, and then I can trim them down as I'm attaching people. If I'm hand sewing them, it'll be yeah. Rectangles are a lot faster, more efficient. Let's do rectangles. Circles are not wrong. They're just different. Oh my gosh, I love this person. They are missing a bit of their arm. All right. I want all of these people. What are you holding? Where's that mama with the baby? There we go. I'm going to do her for now. Boop. All feet dipped in there and stick it on her little circle. There we go. And the nice thing is whichever direction I place this circle, she will be sticking straight out. So. Organization. This is going to be a lot of them. This is a good plastic bag, but this goes with the blue pair of scissors and gets hung up. Hi, Jack. How are you? Come say hi. Come here. Look at me being super organized. I have them labeled, numbered, and color coordinated. That way, if I'm missing something, I know. Hi, Jack. Let me move that so you guys can see Jack a little bit better. He came to say hi. Oh, you're going to be the kaiju for Little Fartland? Is that what you're going to do? He's like, I will be the reason it's named Fartland. Okay. But I do need a bag to collect all the people as I'm making them. I want a more permanent solution than this. Hold on. Hi, Jack. Okay. Start throwing him in there. All right. Michael Snell says, yay, Jack. Knock down this tower of glue. Geez, it sounds like I'm a popular person today, but it's just more spam. I'm getting spam all morning. Make sure it's nothing that I'm like, oh no. Okay, good. All right. This person, rectangle it is. So, hot glue strings are the worst. But we will be making some spider webs today. Yeah. Michael Snell. My Watson's next to me too. Yeah, my cat thinks I'm a weirdo. Like, why are you always talking to yourself? He's been rubbing on the microphone so it's covered in cat hair. Good thing I'm not allergic. Let me do a little glob there. See how long that stays wet. Hi, Jack. How you doing? Such a tiny amount that I don't need a glob at all. Like, less is more, less is more. It's all this hot glue strings. None of these hot glue strings can make it to this garment because that will suck. It won't suck, but they bother me. I'm going to be a hot glue strings soon. Foot. Oh, I love that lady. I love that she's plus size. I like the representation of all the different sizes and shapes and genders, and there's even like BBs, you know. I don't think there's any children, so. That guy. Well, when I stitch him down, he'll be fine. Oh, let me get the glue stick in there. Hi, Jack. How you doing? I wonder if I can just glue these people all down and then cut them apart. I think that might be an even more efficient way to do this. But I got little people, and they're standing. Oh, here, while I'm thinking about it, I am going to copy and paste the Discord. Let me make sure that I can do that. Hold on 1 second. Invite. Copy. And all right, let me paste this into the chat. Control V, enter. I will also be attaching a link to the Discord server in the description of this video after I'm done going live. So if you're watching this in the future, you can click on the description to get a link to the Discord server. And if you join before I'm finished with this dress, I'll make a person just for you. So there is the Discord server while I sit here attaching little people. Oh, hi, Jack. It's hot. Don't touch that part. Smart cat. Oh my gosh! He stole a little guy and he knocked him off. I will have to go grab that. So my theory is if I take these and just glue them along the strip, then I can cut the strip. Hopefully they don't pop off. Here we go. Dip, dip, potato chip. Yeah, I'm making some spider webs here. I have plenty for Halloween decorations. Oh my gosh, that lady's foot melted. She barely has a foot to attach to. Jeez. That's okay. I'm going to glob that up and make her a little platform heel there. Strings. Okay. I think I could get a few more. Ooh, I like this guy's trench coat. He's doing stuff. Oh, that's... I have airflow going on here, so there is a fan right above me, and it is drying this hot glue nice and quickly. But I'd like the glob so I can dip the people's feet in. So it doesn't have as much of a effect on... You don't see it when I stick it onto the fabric. He might be a little close to his friend. Ooh, I like this lady. go. Okay. Earlier this morning, Jack had crawled up under here. So last week I had this dress form on its PVC pipe stand, but it like acts like one of those clown punching bags where it goes while you're trying to work on it, and that's just not going to be anything I want to wrestle with, not only live, but just deal with it while I'm trying to figure out all these teeny tiny details. So I put this dress form on a stack of books on this little circle table that I have that I used when I was figuring out how wide to make it. So it's like the right size circle. So I have a different stand. It's not always the best stand, but I hope you understand. I'll be here all week. All right, one last guy after this guy. I'm gonna do this lady because I love her orange dress. Hi, Jack. Were you gonna curl up in there? No, not now that I'm looking. Okay. Okay, now I want this as a bracelet. Can we just appreciate this for a moment? These are my people. Pull off all these strings. Okay, that one. Oh, I love it. This is totally going. I'm gonna be wearing a bracelet of these people. I'll probably have to do a better job attaching them. Maybe even use a needle and thread. But oh, I lost one. It's the line for the bathroom. Okay. Where did I lose a person? Oh, right there. I see it. Jack. Hi, Jack. Oh, Mwah. Okay. Oh, this is the lady with the club foot that was... I used a lot of glue on. I think her foot is just melted away. Ah, there we go. That's okay. Stupid. Okay. I knew this might be an issue. Like as I start cutting them apart, they'd start popping off. They're holding fairly well. But I'm afraid if I just throw them in here like this that they might just pop off their little platforms. Although these people all seem to be doing fine. I'll cut them apart. Oh, it's fine. They're gonna be a-okay. They're still, these are the ones I cut off. And they're still standing, teeny, 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 tiny little people. And they are going, we'll sprinkle them all over. Okay. And they're not popping off their bases. Good, okay. Whew. I'm glad at this scale everything's so lightweight that gravity doesn't weigh them down way too much, you know? The rules of gravity are a little bit crazy where they live, so. I absolutely need this as a hair clip. Have the people, earrings, no, No, I think it's more of a bracelet thing. Instead of a spike bracelet, I have all the little, my peoples, my friends. It's a friendship bracelet. Love it. Okay. Ah. Okay, if I cut out individual circles, this would take forever. This already takes long enough, and these squares, they stand up on their own. I can stitch them with crazy gravity, and they're going to keep, the gravity will work on this world. Okay. In theory, this should have worked, and in practice, it is working. Phew. Okay, let's do another line of people. The fuzzies, they're attacking me. Okay. So how many people do I have? Oh, all of these people are sitting. I'm gonna have to do different techniques if they're sitting. What is this city's municipal budget on benches? And aren't they all the same? Okay. Those people are not going to be needed. Treated the same. These people, oh, I love it. There's little groupings of people, and there's children. Okay, I'm glad there's going to be kids in this world. Okay. Let me get these people glued, and then we'll move on to those people. I think I liked having the little puddle that was just dipping and then stringing along. Bye, Jack. Thanks for stopping by. Oh, that's... Okay. So what projects are you guys working on? Anything fun, interesting? We got some cosplays getting excited about. Today's Tuesday. So I only have 2 days before the next con, so I'm not going to make anything fresh. But I don't know what I'm going to wear yet, because I want to wear something fun. Don't we all? Ooh, let me do it this way. Okay, instead of like pouring out a whole nother like glob of glue and just making this tower taller and taller and taller, I'm just using the nozzle that's hot from the glue gun to remelt the little patch to dip their feet into, because they have teeny tiny feet and I only need melted to dip and stick. Okay, figuring it out. You figure out the first one, you prototype it, and then you mass produce. So we're figuring out the best production method. Okay. Hi, Bruno. How are you? Did you find your ball? Mister. All right, got another row of people. Strings, pull these. You wanna come up? Up, up, up. All right, you're co-host now. Other than there are going to be gloves on this person, and I was thinking of doing some fun stuff with that. I feel like could be a whole line, a jewelry line, a clothing line. Like, this world can expand. Not Top says, I'm working on a 1980s teen wolf costume, trying to make it as a mask and not painted face. Oh, nice. I used to do that at the costume shop all the time. A good red flannel shirt, some good jeans. It's a comfortable costume. It's all about the mask. And I prefer the mask to the painted face, because face paint can be itchy, especially when you're doing fur and wolf makeup, unless you're a naturally furry person, and people are. Is this the most efficient way to do it? No. I'll figure it out eventually. Yeah. When we did every Halloween ever for Smosh, I did Shane as a teen wolf. I don't think we did his makeup. I think he had ears, though. Michael Snell, I'm taking a week off of work at the end of the month. Hope to finish my Doc Ock costume. Oh, nice. How are you going to do the tentacles? Like, I've seen them done so many different ways. That's like a fun problem with that costume. From pool noodles to those things that you use for dryer vents. You know, I've seen lots of fun options. I feel like I'm making buttons. Mariah Wood says, me and Aaron are making throwy boomerang weapons for Aaron Assassin's character. Ooh, boomerangs. Those ones are always fun. I can't figure out how to get them to come back to me. But it doesn't keep me from throwing them. All right. Get some of these strings away. Throw them in my little scrap bin. Oh, nice. Mariah's is I'm looking and making a barbarian outfit for my LARP character. I like those barbarians. I like fur and layered pieces and straps. Barbarians are definitely a fun genre of character to dress up. Yeah, let me glue them to my strip and then cut my strip. Oh, Jack, you're still here? I thought you left. Bruno's right here, and Jack is literally right there. All right, let me give myself a fresh blob. That is just straight asking for strings. Michael Snell, I've cut out several dozen donuts of EVA foam and ran black vacuum tube through them, trying to figure out how to attach them to the back plate. Nice. Well, do you want them detachable and retachable, or do you want to just attach them? Because you can stab holes through the tubing, you can sew through foam, you can also glue foam. Contact cement is a great attaching tool when it comes to foam. Uh-oh, Kat, what are you getting into? He is baking bread in my fabric. Makes me just a little nervous what he's getting into, because both him and Bruno are little troublemakers. All right, let me give it a little melted pile. Pot glue. All right, let's get everybody glued feet. And smoosh. Oops, not your head. And smoosh. Oh, geez. These are super tiny, but they went through the effort to give them like multiple colors on some of them, and I can appreciate that. Odin definitely painted his figures better than I painted mine, Jody too. But I feel like I painted mine just as good as these guys got painted, so I don't feel so bad. I just have very talented friends and I appreciate them. And I get to tell both of them, oh, remember all those people we painted? I didn't use them. But both Odin and Jody won't care. They understand the process. Smush, smush. You're sitting, you're sitting, you're sitting, you're sitting. Don't want to lose you. Did I pick up the guy that Jack stole? Well, I don't see him laying there anymore. I'll have to double check that. All right, mister. This guy only has one leg. I wonder if he'll stand. Yeah, he's doing fine. Okay, you guys are sitting people. Sitting people, we're going to figure something different out. You're a sitting person. You're a sitting person. Okay. I'm going to put these sitting people back in this little bucket. And I have a whole nother little handful right here. Okay. The sitting person, sitting person, sitting person. Sitting person, sitting. I'm glad that there's plenty of sitting and standing options. Okay. Okay. It is so weird because these scales feel very off and funny, especially when they're not put on our diorama of a dress. But as they start to live in their space, like it's making more and more sense, the scales coming together, and it's going to be fun. And I like that they're so tiny that they're not like, sometimes the weight can just throw you off, but they're so tiny that the weight's not even an issue. I very much enjoy this. I'm having fun, are you? Mariah Woods, lots of fur is the plan. Plus, since the fur is thick enough, I can score armor point and look fresh at the same time. LOL. I love it. Yep, when you're cutting your fur, don't cut the fur with scissors, and if you are, only cut the backing. Cut it from the back and use a razor blade. Your life will be a whole lot less fuzzy than if you just cut it straight, and your edges will look so much better. I absolutely love working with fur, even fake fur, but once you know the rules, it's easy to figure out, and it's fun to play with. I made these fur leg warmers. I made these fur leg warmers, and I'd wear them with my boots to make my boots look like the boots with the fur. And I wore those things years on years and years. No longer have them. I miss those. I should make some more. But that was just really good fur. Yes. Imagine all the people. That's why I just keep it stuck in my head, because I keep looking at all the little people living in their little world. Okay. Not Top says you'll just have to figure out another project to use these tiny figures for. I already like that. I'm just gonna have to have a headband and a bracelet and a whole accessory line. Ooh, a dog collar choker with the people walking around the neckline. That, yeah. I possibly could do that with the people that I painted that we're not going to use. Okay. I think we have about 2 more lines of people. Let's get them all lined up. Smoosh it and you smoosh it. Ooh, let me get that microphone just out of the path so it doesn't get glued. It already has cat hair. Those cat hairs do not need to be permanent. Oh no, this lady has little not real feet. Oh, she good. Okay. No. Yeah. No. Oof. I'm trying to think like if I would use other glue besides hot glue to do this task, but I think that this is the easiest, fastest option, because a liquid glue would take forever to set up and might not hold any better. Ooh, we do have 100-degree weather here right now. Like, I know it's fall, but we have been in the triple digits. I feel like since I've been back, it's a little bit cooler this weekend. But heat is a factor here in Sacramento with cosplays and using hot glue. So you do have to keep that into account. Yes, smoosh and smoosh. Probably could get it closer so I don't have such long strings, but I feel like they're easier to pull off. What was that, Bruno? He's gonna go investigate. Let me know. These little poses that they're in are so funny and interesting. I could get one more person in there. Oh my gosh, some of these people have little... Oh, it's the lady with the baby. She, like, one of her feet, it's like a 2-dimensional foot on a 3-dimensional figurine. Why are you leaning, sir? Okay. Yeah, I think this could make a fun collar necklace. I think I would even wear it with this outfit. It may be too fragile with hot glue. Maybe a resin-based glue after it's hot glued? I don't know. If I can hold it so then it's just coming down and I'm cutting them off the runway as we go down, probably be easiest way to go about this instead of holding it as awkwardly as I can. All right, last row, people. Last row. All right, all the kids in the back of the line. Your turn. Heat and pressure. Smoosh and smoosh. Oh my gosh, I love it. I just noticed that there's glitter coming out of the glue gun because there was a glitter glue stick in this earlier. And it's mixing with the clear glue. And I'm like, what is all those little specks? They're a little bit of glitter. So there's some magic. I'm like, geez, the lady with the kid, her one-dimensional foot is so fragile. It's as thin as a piece of paper. It's okay. It's hard carrying kids and having a foot. All right, 2 more little people. 1. Oh, this poor lady and her foot. Oh, that's pretty wonky. Give you a good glob of a foot. Stay. Whew. Okay. All right, I'm going to start pinning some people in this world. These people can know each other. Got somebody up here just traveling along the shoulder. Okay. Oh, I am enjoying this. I love that all the little tiny peoples. I'll have to have Gonzo back on and see where he wants everything. Although I'll probably text him. Okay. I'm going to stab some extra pins on the top of on top of here just to make life easier. I think I'm going to stop with people for the moment because I just got, not an intrusive thought, but I was just thinking about the trees. I honestly should put in the foliage before I start populating this place, but camera lights. You can see their shadows dancing around, so I think it's going to be fun having all these little people all over this. So sometimes I get really excited about the way things are going to be lit, and I think this one's going to be fun to light for sure. Okay, how long have I been rambling on? It's been a couple hours, so I think this is a good place to call it for today. I have a bunch of people for this world. I still have a bunch of people more to add to this world. And then I also have the trees. Those are going to have to get stuck to the world. I'm going to have to make little base plates for these also with the fabric. Probably stab it through. Look at, I'm on this project right now. My brain is just on it. This wool is really good wool. It doesn't want to be stabbed. It's very puncture resistant. But I could totally just make little bases and then sew the bases to it. Although I probably will need to add washers or discs. Like the, I don't see them. Oh, here. Like the telephone lines. Like, I really love these little details of the telephone lines. Like, starting to come up. Should I have them leading to the actual houses? So, I do have a bunch of these. I'll have to pull them out. But I was grabbing the washer because that's going to go underneath the green piece. And probably make the base that I then stitch down to here so that they can pop off. So I probably will be working on more people and getting the trees and other little pieces prepped. And I'll be pinning them on all around this world until I get some kind of, till I start sewing them down. And once they're sewn down, then that's what they'll be. But Michael Snell looks good so far. Thank you. The project's coming together. And just in case you don't know, this is my reference image of a thumbnail of the concept of what is supposed to be happening with this cape. We have our tiny roads, we have tiny trees, we have tiny people, and there it is, main camp. Okay, so it's coming along. The houses need to be painted, but I have a scale, I have a pattern, so I can make more out of similar lightweight fabrics. Yeah, this is going to be fun. All right. Thank you for joining me. Keep an eye out on YouTube for when I'm going live. I will be going live all week this week working on this project as inspiration comes up and as I get into it, and I'm definitely getting into it. If you want to have your own little person in this world, that is you. Join my Discord, and everybody on Discord will get their own little figure, and if I can make it look like you, I will. If there's no image, I will just make you a random figure, and it will be yours on the dress. So I attached a link to the Discord currently in the chat, and I will be adding it to the description. Again, thank you, and I will see you guys next time, and for sure I'll be back on next Tuesday and hopefully working on a new project. If not, this one will be fun. All right.